Right. Then clear.
සෑහෙනවා හැබැයි බැක්ග්‍රවුන්ඩ් එකේ වෙන සද්දයක් ඇහෙනවා.
There's some hands on. Okay. Now clear, nේද?
Yes sir.
Right. Okay. Now now you can ask your friends. They can access to the YouTube as well. So we will see first the okay. Let me start the Zoom again. Right. Okay, now you can see here. So we will discuss these things. So first, I discussed the question number 16 on our previous paper. So I will explain what are the things here. So in the human heart, this is the right atrium. So it is look like a very thin wall. Look at about this wall. This wall is very thin wall. Okay, right. Then the blood will enter into this area. What is this area? Right ventricle. So first blood will come into the right atrium, then right ventricle. Okay, so ventricle wall, look at about the ventricle walls, they are little bit thicker than the atrium wall. Right atrium, thin wall, right ventricle, thick wall. Okay, then little bit different comparison with right ventricle and left ventricle. So which one has the most thickest wall? You can see this image and you can tell me. So compared to this wall, so compare the size of the wall and this wall. So which one is the very thick one? This one or this one? So
Left ventricle.
yes, left ventricle. What is the reason why this blood where this blood should pump? Okay, so now I will draw the sketch diagram. Okay, so tell me the reason. So now I will draw my heart. Okay, this is my heart, my drawing. Okay, friend. So this one. So this is right atrium. This is right ventricle. Then this is left atrium. Then left ventricle. Okay. Now we will think where this blood should be pumped. So the left atrium, they will collect the blood. Don't need to pump. Okay. Then the blood will be enter into the right ventricle. So from the right ventricle, where we should pump this blood? So this blood, right ventricle to where? To the lungs. Okay. So this should be pumped into the lungs. Okay. Right. So heart and lungs, they are very close structures. So we not need to apply more pressure. So this wall is little bit thicker, but not much thicker in the right ventricle. But think about the right ventricle. From the right ventricle to, we have to pump the blood throughout the body. So we have to pump the blood throughout the body. So the right ventricle wall is very thick one. Okay, so that is the reason. So now you can identify which is the correct answer. So right atrium and left atrium, they are very thin wall, but compared to the right ventricle, so left ventricle is very thickest one. Okay, right. Now we will move on to the question paper. So previous question paper, the answer for the question number 16, which of the chamber of human heart has the thickest wall? So you can correctly mark the answer left ventricle. I don't know how many of you got this answer. So if you got the answer, you can raise your hand. Okay, right, very good. Only few of you answered it, right? Okay. Now the next question. The wastewater released to the factory, okay, the wastewater from the factory was passed through the packing of a solid substance X. එහෙනම් මේක තමයි කියන්නේ solid substance තියනවලු මෙන්න මේ X වල. So waste water input එකක් වෙනවා. I think water released from this area. Okay, so we will look at about this area. So water will be input here. Okay, so water input here and water will be output through this. Okay, right. Now we can think about this image. Okay, right. Now they asking show the figure before entering into the environment. Before entering into the environment, there is some process also happening here. Right. Which of the following statement can be true about the wastewater and the X? Okay, right. Then we will see about the pH value. Okay, right. So the wastewater. Now think about this pH value. Is this acidic or basic? So tell me. You can put messages, or you can turn on your mic. Messages pain on the balloon. I don't think I can see the messages, but on the balloon. What is this? pH 2.1. What is this pH value? Is it acidic or basic? Basic or acidic? I told yes. Very good. That is acidic. Yes, very good. Then this is acidic. Why? Acid. This is acidic pH. Okay, right. Why? This pH is less than 7. So I told whatever the pH value is less than the 7, we call it as a acid. Okay, so that is the phenomena here. Now think about this water. Output water. It is also acidic, but it is equal to neutral pH. Somehow equal to the neutral pH, because neutral pH is 7, but it is somehow now equal to this pH value, right? Neutral pH value, right? Now we can find out what are the correct answer. Wastewater is acidic. Yes, correct. Don't look at second part. Then second answer, wastewater is basic. That's completely wrong. Why? This is acidic one. Wastewater is acidic. Okay, correct. But fourth answer, wastewater is basic. Now you have to think about the next option. What they are asking about, why they asking, what are the things they are asking about this X. So think this wastewater is very much high acidic pH, then it will be little bit neutralized here. So what could be this X? Okay, the message is fair or louder. So what is this X? This acidic pH water converted into little bit neutral pH value. So what can be this? The option they are given here. One is sand or limestone. Yes, very good. This is limestone. Why? Limestone has a property. It can absorb the acidic one and it can neutralize here. Okay, it can neutralize here. So this is going to be a what? Answer 3. Wastewater is acidic and X is limestone. Okay, did you got the idea? Did you got the idea?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Super. Okay. Right. Few of you in the Zoom session, I don't know what about the YouTube session. or ඉන්න ගම phone එකක් ළඟ තියනවා නම් open කරලා බලන්න මේ YouTube session එක යනවාද කියලා I don't know. Okay, එකක් බලමු YouTube එකෙන් තියනවාද කියලා.
ඔව් සර් යනවා.
Right, okay, well done. Okay, right. Then now look at about this one. Question number 18. When the so එක ලේසි නේද මේ මම එතකොට Zoom එකේ දෙන එක YouTube දුන්නාම live එක විදිහට it will be save on the YouTube. Then next day if you have any doubt you can recall the video and you can recall your If you want to clarify anything, you can rewatch the video, right? Okay. Now we will move on to this question. So this is a little bit practical question. Practically explain කරන්න ඕනේ. So I will take this question to here, right? Okay. Now, when the cap of the bottle of the soda, cap of the bottle of soda water is open, right? Now think I need a soda bottle. Okay, I will draw a මේ මගේ drawing නම් එච්චර ලස්සන නෑ. බලන්නකෝ, this is a soda bottle. Okay. This is soda. Now, what is happened here? The cap. This is the cap. Okay. I will draw a cap. Cap right. Okay, this is cap. Kita make a cap. So this cap previously closed. Okay. Now I am going to open this. Nice. What's happened? Close. Open. Alright. Now this cap is open. Now what they are telling, carbon dioxide gas bubble are liberated. What happened here? Carbon dioxide gas bubble, gas bubble, gas bubble, gas bubble going out. So what is this gas bubble? CO2. Right. Then what about this other one? Moreover, carbon dioxide bubble is liberated faster when the bottle of soda kept outside the refrigerator. Right. Is open than when the bottle soda kept inside the refrigerator. Right. Now, when we have instance right? Now you take this soda bottle from the fridge. You taken this fridge, refrigerator. Okay. Now you taken that, immediately you will open. So think this water bottle, soda bottle, it is around 5 Celsius. Okay. Fridge we will take it out and we will immediately open. එතකොට මේකෙන් I think පොඩ්ඩක් bubbles යනවා. Bubbles පොඩ්ඩයි. හරි? like කියන්නේ ඒකයි. Few bubbles from the refrigerator bottle, more bubble in the outside bottle. Okay. Now I will go and ask from the Mudalali. Mudalali මට soda bottle එකක් දෙන්න. I'm very thirsty. So I need to drink some soda bottle. Okay. එයා අහනවා පුතා, do you want from the refrigerator or do you want from the outside of the refrigerator? Okay. Now what you are telling? You will say, no uncle, I need cool one. Neither. Cool එකක් ඕනේ. It's very hot environment. Neither. Right. So I need cool one. So right. Okay. Then why a cool එක ගත්තා? You are open this. Then another your friend, he is telling to uncle, so cool bottle bag. So මට එළියේ තියෙන soda bottle එකක් දෙන්න. I don't need the cool one. Okay, right. So he's going to take the outside bottle. Okay, this bottle is from the outside. I will explain this scenario from this example. Okay, right. So we don't need scenario we don't need concept. We should put into our deep brain. Brain this concept. That is the important. Otherwise, question you will not get the concept. Okay, fine. Now this bottle from the outside environment. Usually made ourselves. So now I am in the batty clone. Okay, it's night time. So very sweating. And go for that's creating more noises. So maybe around 30 Celsius. Okay, 30 Celsius came right. So refrigerator can take 5 Celsius. This is 30 Celsius. Now what is going to happen here? They telling more bubbling from this water bottle named soda bottle. Okay, so more bubbles released from this bottle. Okay, so more carbon dioxide bubbles from this bottle, but this bottle less amount. Right. Now, why this carbon dioxide is inserted here? Now we should know what is the principle behind this soda or any other beverages preparation. Okay, so beverage when you are prepare the preparation, beverage, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or anything, you will add carbon dioxide gas because it will be create a what carbonated drink. So we will add the carbon dioxide to prepare a carbonated drink. Usually carbonated drinks. Okay. Now, methanol මේ bottle එකේ තියෙන එකම amount of carbon dioxide මේක එකම amount of carbon dioxide. Why? Like company එකෙන් හදනකොට if you take a 100 milliliter bottle ඔයා මෙතනත් ගත්ත 100 milliliter bottle, so 100 milliliter bottle වලට ඔයා හිතන්න 25 milliliter CO2 apply කරනවා. ඒක තමයි company එකේ මොකක් හරි යාගේ rule එක. Okay, so they will prepare 100 milliliter of soda with adding 25 milliliter of CO2. That's same. But when you are taken this bottle from the fridge, you will observe little amount of the CO2 releasing. Why? Why this happen? You should understand this carbon dioxide is very, very, very soluble in this soda. Soda එකත් එක උඩට soluble වෙලා. ඒකින්ද මෙයා එළියට යන්නේ අඩුවෙන්. Okay? මෙතන this around 30 Celsius එනකොට solubility එක අඩු වෙලා ඒක gas, so much of gas is released from this water bottle or soda bottle. Okay? Right. Now I will ask the simple question. Complex කියන්නකො. Okay. Now simple question. What now you have two options. I will give two options. I will give a Coca-Cola bottle. Okay, Coca-Cola. Do you want to drink it from? I will give two Coca-Cola bottles, but you can take only one. So one Coca-Cola bottle is in the outside showcase. You can take it and drink. Another one is in the refrigerator, and it is very cool, and you can take it and you can drink. But you have only one option. What is the option you are going to choose? You will take it from the fridge or outside showcase. Tell me answers. I need practical session. Just fridge, very good. So Sala telling the fridge. What about the others? The message done I can see on the screen. Okay. What is the one? Fridge or outside? Okay. No responding. Okay, that's okay. Fridge again. Mama Toragan fridge. Why? It's very tasty. Tasty. But when you take it from the fridge, it is very that's very fun. Okay.
සර් දැන් කඩෙන් ඇවිල්ලා රුපියල් 20ක් වැඩිපුරත් ගන්නවා.
So why that? In the refrigerator, low temperature, more carbon dioxide will soluble in this soda or whatever the drink. Okay, but when you take it from the high temperature area, most of the gases is separated from the soda. Okay, that's why when you open that bottle, immediately more amount of the carbon dioxide is released from this bottle. Okay, but when you take a soda from the refrigerator, more carbon dioxide is soluble with the liquid, but less amount is released from there. Okay, now tell me the solubility of the gas is depending on the temperature. So, cool drink one is telling me cool eකට රුපියල් 20ක් වැඩිපුර ගන්නවනේ, so we will drink normal. එහෙම රුපියල් 20ක් වැඩිපුර දීලා බවන්න cool එක. හරි. I will
නෑ නෑ සර් මගේ එහෙම නෙවෙයි.
I will send 20 rupees. Okay. Let me send you account numbers, then I will put. Okay, right. That's for the fun, right? So the temperature is the factor now going to affect this solubility of the gas. ඒකයි අපි cool කරලා බොන එක රහ වෙන්න, cool කරන්නේ නැතුව බොන එක රහ නැති වෙන්න හේතුව. Okay, so why when we cool this, more amount of the carbon dioxide is soluble there. වන්නේ මෙහෙම feeling එකක් නැද්ද? මේ experience you have, the practical experience. ඔයා නිකන් එළිය තියෙන නිකන් නිකන් එළියේ තියෙන Coca-Cola හරි Pepsi or whatever the drink බිව්වට පස්සේ you will feel අර නිකන් අපිට නිකන් එන්නේ regalidation වගේ නිකන් අර උගුරට එනවා වගේ එනවනේ. but ඒක ඒ feeling එක අඩුයි එළියේ තියෙන එකක් බිව්වහම නිකන්. අපිට ඒ feeling එකක් එන්නේ නැහැ නිකන් Sprite එකක් හරි Coca-Cola එකක් හරි Pepsi හරි බිව්වට පස්සේ එහෙම feeling එකක් එන්නේ නිකන් outside තිබ්බ bottle එකක්. but when you take a bottle from the refrigerator you will feel that බිව්වට පස්සේ ගාලා වුණා. අදාලා නිකන් අර gas එක එනවා ඒක. why is this gas coming outside? More gases you drink with the soda. Why? Most of the gas is soluble with the soda or whatever the liquid. Okay, right. Now tell me, solubility of the gas favorable high temperature or low temperature? කලින් ඉඳලා වැඩි උත්තරේ කිව්වොත් එහෙම මේ පිළ කපාගෙන මැරෙන්නේ. It's the temperature, low temperature. That's why this bottle release low carbon dioxide to the environment. This bottle release high carbon dioxide to the environment because more carbon dioxide soluble in the soda, so less amount release, more carbon dioxide release from this bottle. Why? They are not soluble in the soda. Okay, all right. Now they are asking, according to this observation, under which of the following condition could be concluded that the solubility of the carbon dioxide in the water increases? Solubility of the carbon dioxide increases with low temperature. So first answer and third answer I can take it out. So these are the not answer. So think about the second and fourth answer. Now we have to compare the pressure also. Now you can imagine you will create high pressure bottle and low pressure bottle. Which one has the high solubility? Don't stress out. Simple things. I just asking simple things. So high pressure. Hey, pressure එකක් වැඩි කරනකොට the molecules, air molecules can go into the liquid. Okay, I will draw the diagram. Okay, then these are my water molecules. Okay, right. මම මේ digital එකට ආසමයි දන්නවද? මට ගොඩක් දේවල් practically කියලා දෙන්න පුළුවන්. Right? Practical. So I will copy and paste my water molecules. I need more water molecules. Okay, right. I will. And these are the water molecules. They are very good at that. Okay. Now these are the water molecules. These are all the water molecules are in the chamber. My chamber is in the lesson. In the right. Okay. Right. May chamber because the water molecules here. Now you will introduce some gases here. Okay. Gas molecules tika mam podiya ratu paatata. These are the gas molecules. Okay. Right. I have several gas molecules as well. Okay. Right. Now what happens if you apply high pressure here? Okay. So I will apply the chain එකක් හදලා මේ chain එකට මම crystal එකකුත් හයි කරා නම් I will put a crystal. Okay. Right. Now you are going to introduce some pressure. Now low pressure. Okay, low pressure then you will same bottle. Okay, now you are going to apply the increase the pressure. Now your this piston, all the things will be coming down. Okay, so now it is not the low pressure, this is high pressure. Okay, high pressure region. Okay, right. Now what will happen when you apply the low pressure? Gas molecules වලට තාමත් freedomly ඉන්න පුළුවන් මේ ලොකු එකයි කරන්නේ. Now the low pressure. එතන තියෙන pressure එක අඩුයි. So මෙයාලට freedom එකක් තියෙනවා ඔහේ යන්න. Right. හරියට නිකන් අර සමහර ළමයි ඉන්නවනේ දෙමාපියෝ ගොඩාක් freedom එක දෙනවනේ. So parents they are giving so much of freedom. හැදෙනවද? අයාලේ යනවා. නේද? මේ ඕන track එකේ යන්නේ නැහැ. උන් යන්නේ track out ගොඩක් ළම. නේද? But when the parents giving some amount of the pressure, නේද? Then ළමයි ටික යනවා හරි track එකේ ඉස්කෝලේ යනවා හරියට කරනවා classes යනවා. මේ ගොඩාක් freedom දුන්නාම සමහරක් වෙලාවට ළමයි class එක හොඳට යනවා. But they will not go to the classes නේද? කරලා වෙන පැත්තකට යනවා. Right. Okay. ඒ වගේ මේ water molecules මේ gas molecules they have freedom. Low pressure so they can move so all around area, right? But when you apply high pressure, what should be there? This what the gas molecules cannot escape from this area. They must go into the in between the gas water molecules. Remember? දැන් මෙයාලට high pressure එකක් දෙනකොට දැන් මම තවත් pressure එක වැඩි කරලා පෙන්නන්නම්. So I will take this crystal more down. So gas molecules වලට in the area එකක් නැහැ. So they went into the water molecule, in between the water molecules. That's the process we calling as a soluble. And solubility is there, but here not soluble. Neither may gas molecule DNA free area. They not enter into the water molecule. Right. So now tell me which pressure is more favorable for the solubility. Low pressure, high pressure. Low pressure, the high pressure. Which pressure? Definitely high pressure, neither. So when we apply the high pressure only, this gas molecule is going to the in between the liquid, neither. So ඒක තමයි ඔය ගොඩක් බෝටල් හදලා එවනකොට වීදුරු බෝතලයකට දාලා පුඩි මුඩියක් ගහලා එවන්නේ. ඇයි ඒක ඇතුළේ high pressure එකක් තියෙනවා. ඒකින්දයි ඕක ගලවනකොට ටක් ගාලා pressure එකක් එක්ක liquid එකක් එළියට එන්න බලන්න. ඒකනේ මුදල මෙහෙම හොලවලා අරපු ගමන් liquid එක යන්නේ Hey, very high pressure. Okay, right. Now you understand the question. So, what are the conditions could be concluded that solubility of the carbon dioxide increases high pressure and the low temperature. Okay, right. How many of you got the idea? I think YouTube can balance. If you are watching from the YouTube, you can ask the question. I will open that box. If you have any doubt, you can put into the chat box of the YouTube as well. Okay, right. Okay. No issue. Okay, now we will move on to the next one. I think you don't have the questions there, right? Okay. Now question number 90. මම ටිකක් එකම දේ ළමයි වැඩිපුර වතාවක් කියලා දෙන එකට හේතුවක් තියෙනවා. මේ concept මේවා principles මේ concept උත්තර තේරෙන්න ඕන. එහෙම තේරුණාම තමයි you can answer similar question. මේ concept එක හරියට තේරුනහම this is ඇත්තටම කිව්වොත් මේ paper එක මගේ paper එකක් නෙමෙයි මම ගම් මොඩල් paper එකක් කියලා ගහලා දුන්නට this is 2024 O level examination paper එකේ first 20 question. Okay, so another 20 question I will discuss in the next classes. Okay, right. එහෙනම් first 20 question ඇතුලේ තියෙන සිද්ධාන්ත ටික or theory parts you should understand crystal clearly because next year, this 2025, the paper, most of the question based on that theory parts, not coming the same question. Same question එක repeat වෙන්නේ නැහැ. මේ question එක ආයෙත් දාන්නේ 2025 වලට. But same concept will be applied to the same question. නේද? Next year paper. එහෙනම් you should understand the concept really. Then only you can score more. ඒකයි සමහර ළමයි කියන්නේ සර් අපි පාස් පේපර් කරනවා අපිට ඒක ලකුණු වෙන්නේ නැහැ. හැමදාම 50යි. 50යි MCQ වදින්නේ 20යි. නේද? Why? They not discuss like this. නේද? එහෙනම් මම කියන්නේ paper discussion is very important. You have to crystal clearly understand the concept. Okay? ප්‍රශ්නේ කටපාඩම් කරන්න එපා. Don't memorize the questions. Eva never they will repeat again. සමහර ඒවා තියෙනවා ඉතින් මම repeat කරනවා but very rare. Okay, so you have to understand the concept first, then apply same concept into the different questions. So that is the method you should follow until your oral examination. Not only for the science, also in the maths, other subject also understand the concept, then apply it to the different questions. Okay, right. Thank you. Now we will move on to the question number 19. Which of the following statement is true about the image formed by the plane mirror? Plane mirror. Okay. The image is formed on the side of the object itself. Oh, the image of the size of the image depend on the size of the mirror. The image is laterally inverted. The image distance depend on the geometric shape of the mirror. What is the correct answer? Put your answers into the chat box. I need your answers. Some of the people telling answer 3. What about others? Okay. What about the others? Only few people answer. Okay. Question number 90. Near me. Now we will see the practically these things. The image form on the plane mirror. Okay. I will take a mirror. I will take a mirror here. Mirror. Now you go and okay. Now you go and stand in front of this mirror. Okay. All right. Now your right eye is very big, left eye is very small. එහෙම හිතන්නකෝ. කවුරුහරි ගෑනලා කනට ඇඳ දාලා දැන් මේක තිදින්න තියෙන්නේ. එහෙම හිතන්න ඕනේ. right. මොනවාරි ෆෝන් එක කරක් කරන්නේ කියලා කනට ඇඳ දාලා තියෙන්නේ. කනට එන්නේ හම්බුලි තියෙන්නේ. දැන් මේ පැත්ත ටිකක් තිදින්නලා තියෙන්නේ. right. Okay. So this is the main bad boy. Good boy කියන්නේ නෙමෙයි bad boy. He go and stand in front of the mirror and look at his face. What will happen? He will touch his right side, but the man who in the mirror is touching the left side. What is confusing now? Oh, is that my face is damaged left side or right side? Is it happen? Yes. So the man in the mirror, මෙයාගේ shadow එක පේන්නේ. මෙයාගේ mirror picture එක. එතකොට that mirror මේකේ right left මෙහෙම තිබ්බනම් මේකේ left or right මෙහෙම තියෙනවා. Okay, so what will happen? Yeah, what happened? Laterally මෙයා මෙහෙම rotate වෙලා මෙතන පේන්නේ. අපි ඒක කියනවා මොකද්ද? Laterally inverted. So this man is laterally inverted. So that's why do you ever seen the ambulance? Ambulance front sticker එකක් ගහලා තියෙන ambulance කියලා. But the letters are inverted. එයාලා inverted කරලා ගහලා තියෙන්නේ. අනිත් පැත්ත හරවලා ගහලා තියෙනවා. Why? Because most of the drivers are seeing the ambulance behind their trucks or behind their vehicles. නේද? එයාලගේ vehicle වල පිටිපස්සේ දැන් මම car එක drive කරගෙන යනවා නම් I will see the ambulance behind most of the time. So I have to give the spaces to go the ambulance. For that I have to identify that is the ambulance කියලා නේද? මට identify කරගන්න වෙනවා that is ambulance. So I will see the mirror. මගේ mirror එක බලන්න. So mirror එකෙන් that letters will be inverted and I can easily read. Okay, so ambulance එහෙම නැත්නම් inverted වෙලා නම් පේන්නේ එතනත්. So there's a problem. ඒකෙන්ද print කරනකොට inverted කරලා පෙන්නනවා. එතකොට again inverted වෙනකොට it will be coming to the real position. Okay, right. So the image is laterally inverted. That is the main theory of the plane mirror. Now, question number, answer number 1. Why you are so image form on the side of the object itself. Side of the object in front of the object. Right. the size of the image depend on the size of the mirror. මේ ලොකු mirror එකක් තිබ්බ කියලා අපි ගියපුවාම අපිට ලොකු වෙනවනේ. ඒ size එකමයි පේන්නේ same size නේද? මම මොනවා හරි දෙයක් ගිහිල්ලා තිබ්බහම ඒ size එකමයි ඒකේ පේන්නේ. නේද? Right. Then දැන් ඔයාලගේ සමහර most of the girls they have the presentable narrative. කියනවනේ powder cream නේද මිර ටේබල් එකක් මේ මිර එකේ තියෙනවානේ කන්නඩි ඉස්සරහ එක perfume cream sun cream එතකොට සමුදා cream එක මේක අංකවලද and Wednesday cream Thursday you know most of the cream so they ඔක්කොම මිර එකෙන් පේනවා එක පැත්තේ but the size is same size not the large නේද ගම් ලොකු වෙලා පේන්නේ නැහැ හරි ඒක මොනවා ගෑනලම ගොඩාක් සතුට මොකට ලොකු cream බෝතලයක් දෙන ලොකු perfume බෝතලයක් දෙනවා කියන්නේ නෑ same size frame. Right. Okay. The image distance depend on the geometric shape of the mirror. Nah. Image distance is whatever the distance from object to mirror, that distance will be mirror image to mirror. Okay. So correct answer third one. Okay, you got the answer. Right. Now the last question, 20th MCQ from the previous paper. So telecommunication satellite orbit highest height 36,000 kilometers from the level of the Earth. What is the time taken 8 seconds from a radio wave sent by the transmission station on the Earth to reach satellite? Speed එක දීලා තියෙනවා. Whatever the things අහන්නේ මෙන්න මෙහෙම එකක් නේ අහන්න ළමයි. දැන් යාලා අහනවා the telecommunication satellite. Okay. I will take a real picture එකක් ගමු නේද? ටිකක් පොඩ්ඩක් practical එක enjoy කරන්න එක දැනගන්නේ මේ enjoy කරන්න. Telecommunication right. Again last time. Okay. Right. Sankarkan now. Now, okay, I will take this, take a screenshot and heart and put into my notepad. Okay, then we will discuss this. Right. Then, make our telecommunication satellite processor. So this is our this green color area Earth. Right? So this is Earth. Okay, make the tamapine. So me mama, called me. Dr.Sir name. Mama. So my transmission, signal transmission. So we will send some signal from Earth to satellite. So I will send some signal. Okay, put signal. Okay, so that is the signal passing from. Okay, now signals. Yeah, right. Now we know what is the speed of this signal. Okay, they are given that question. So what is the speed? So 3 or 3 multiplied by 10 over 8 ms minus 1. Okay, so this is the speed. So make it speed 3 multiplied by 10 over 8 ms minus 1. Right, but how much distance or how much height this should be? How may කොච්චර උසකින්ද තියනවා here. So length or height is how much? 36,000 kilometer. 36,000 kilometer. Now they asking from this question. They asking from this question. I will take the question to that area. Okay. So we paste the question here. Okay, the 36,000 kilometers from the level of the Earth. What is the time taken? Second, in the second. for radio waves sent by the transmission station on the earth to reach satellite. මෙහෙන්න මෙතනට යන්න ඕනේ. ඒකට time එක අහන්න time. So what can be here? Simple equation එක. What is the simple equation? Very simple one. What is the one? We know speed equal
Distance
distance.
divided by time.
Yes, very good, Saga. So speed divided by the time. Now we know what is the speed. Here is 3 multiplied by 10 over 8. Okay, 3 multiplied by 10 over 8. That is ms minus 1. Okay, you should be very careful about the units. Now distance. Okay, we can apply the distance, but there is a problem. What's the problem? The problem is they given the distance by kilometer. එහෙනම් we have to convert that kilometer into meter. So this is 36,000 kilometer. Now we should multiply by again it by the 1,100. 1,000 either. 1,000. Then we will get by meter. So then I will apply here 36,000 multiplied by 1,000 meter. Okay, so this is the distance. Then we have to identify the time. Now I will take the time. So time equal 36,000 multiplied by 1,000 and it should be divided by 10 over 8. Now it will be coming as a second. Okay. Now you can easily cut these things. So you can cut. කරන්න ඕනේ answer එකේම දීලා තියෙනවා නේද? Right. Now we can take how many zeros here? How many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I will convert it to 3.6. So I can take another 0. So it will be 10 over 7. Then 3 multiplied by 10 over 8. Right. So this is the second. The time. Okay. Right. This is the things they are asking here. Now see the correct answer. 3.6 multiplied by 10 over 7 divided by 3 multiplied by 10 over 8. I think the correct answer is answer 4. Okay. So answer 4 neither.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Didn't be correct. Yes. Now we finish that question. So hereafter I will discuss this paper discussion on this way and I will take a little bit time to explain the concept. Okay. So this month, the May month plan එකක් තියෙනවා. අපි කරන හැම වෙලකම plan එකක් තියෙන්න ඕනේ. Plan නැති දේවල් අපි කරන්නේ නැහැ. So මේ month එකේ plan එක කියන්නේ this is November නේ. So November වල මම plan එක තමයි most of the past paper questions explanation with the theory concepts. So I will explain all the past paper MCQs for last 3 to 4 or 4 to 5 years, then with the theories. Okay, so mainly we will depend on the theory part. Then we can identify, we can understand the crystal clear theory concept. Then we will move on to the whatever the model papers, government model papers, then provincial papers, or whatever the papers available to discuss. Those papers I will take at the end of the November or beginning of the December. Okay, so throughout the December we will discuss those provincial papers or whatever the school papers or Colombo papers, mainly neither central province papers, so northwest papers, neither those papers I will take in the December discussion, and whatever the other things available, my some guessing papers and summary discussions, important theory revision summary discussions I will take I will do on the January. In February you can sit into the exam with confidently. So in between I will do some free seminars as well. Free seminar to cover all the theories made examples, if you take the reproductive unit, I will cover all the reproductive within 4 to 5 hours. So very interesting and good was right. Now we will move on to the essay part, structured essay part. I think we have few questions in this paper, right? Okay, now we will move on to this question, and I will finish this class around 10:30 like that. Okay, don't worry. If you want to take dinner, you can arrange around 10:30. Right now, the part structure is a question. The figure indicate players occupied by the five elements belong to the first three periods of the periodic table. First three period, there's a five elements: hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine. Fluorine is there. Now they ask me which exit as a diatomic molecule in their free state. Okay. These all the molecules are available in the diatomic state. Diatomic state. Right. Think about this hydrogen. How they are available in this air? They available as a H2. Yeah, what how this nitrogen available in the air like a N2, and oxygen available like a O2. So fluorine available like F2. Chlorine is available like Cl2. Right? Okay. Now you can understand it. Right. What is the element? Write the element nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine. In the ascending order, their electronegativity. Nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine. Electronegativity ගහනවා. What will happen? Electronegativity it will be increase with the period left to right or decrease. So we know the theory concept electronegativity. Electronegativity increase with the period, along the period left to right. So nitrogen compared to the nitrogen, oxygen as highest one. Compare the oxygen, fluorine as the highest electronegativity. So we should know the values as well. There is a pattern. I will tell the pattern. So hydrogen 2.1. Then start from the lithium. Lithium. So lithium 1. Then again 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, then 4. Okay. Pattern so you can notice that pattern, it will be help to identify. Okay, right now, if you are think the value or if you are think the pattern, electronegativity is increasing along the period to left to right. Okay, along the period to left to right. So the answer for this question: nitrogen more than oxygen more than fluorine. Okay, right. So this is the electronegativity pattern. If you write down, you can get marks. Marks here. Okay, you can divide the marks as well. Right. If you are correctly marked, you correctly answer for the this part, you can score 1 marks. 1 mark. Okay. Right. Then in the ascending order of the first ionization energy. So you know what happened to the first ionization energy of these molecules. So we have to go for the first ionization energy graph. Okay, I will draw here first ionization energy. So it is like this. මෙහෙම පොඩි pattern එකක් තියෙනවා. කන්දක් නැගලා කන්ද බහැලා මෙහෙම යන pattern එකක්. Okay. So මේ කන්ද චුට්ටක් උඩ ඉඳන් ඉන්න ඕනේ, right? So මේ වගේ. So okay. Now I will put the hydrogen, helium, then lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, and fluorine. Then out here, right? Then neon. Okay. Put it on the bed. Right. Okay. So fluorine, neon. Here fluorine, then again neon. Then it will be again come down. and it will be started the third period element. Okay, so first period element, this is second period element. They ask about oxygen. All right, now find out oxygen, where it is. Oxygen here, nitrogen here, chlorine here. Now you can tell, compared to the oxygen, nitrogen has the highest value, then compared to the nitrogen, fluorine has highest value. So first ionization energy, oxygen, then nitrogen, then fluorine. So this is the matter how the ionization energy vary. Okay, oxygen to nitrogen, then fluorine. So you can score 1 marks for this part. If it is correct, you can score 1 marks. Okay, right. Now we will move on to the next part. For the element given in the selected uh, element in which are multiple bonds, more than one covalent bond between two atoms. They are free molecules through the Lewis structure in their molecule in the box. එකකට වඩා molecule මේ bonds හදන කට්ටිය ඉන්නේ කවුද? Then nitrogen. Do you remember nitrogen? How many bonds in between nitrogen molecules? How many bonds in between nitrogen? There are usually 3 bonds, triple bond. Neither. So how many bonds in between the oxygen? In between the oxygen, double bond. Yes, very good. Now we will draw here. I will draw oxygen. So they are given the oxygen. So I will draw the oxygen. So I have to put the 2 oxygen. First, I will put 1 bond. Okay. Then I need to apply another bond, that is a double bond pattern. Then you have to think about the valency. So valencies of the oxygen is 6. 6 in a group 6 ne. So 6 group now there should be 6 electrons around there. Okay, 6 electrons now. Metana තියෙනවා 1 2 electrons. Okay, 2 metana මේ double bond එකේ 2 electrons that is belong to this oxygen. Okay, so this oxygen should have another 2 electrons. So we will put another 2 dots. That dots indicate the 2 pair of electrons. So here 2 electrons. So finally this oxygen is complete the balance shell. Okay, right. Here also 2 electrons. Okay, right. So this is the Lewis structure. So I told previously I will do the special session for the Lewis structure drawing and the chemical bonds. Those things I will discuss on the I think in this month, or I will try to do within next week that session. Okay, so that also free session. You can ask your friends to join. Either පාලගේ support එක මට ටිකක් ඕනේ. මොකද I never advertise these classes. Advertising මොකුත්ම කරේ නැහැ. So few of you join to the groups. Either few of you utilize my time and my knowledge. So I appreciate them. Neither. Then if there is any friends they are struggling to pass the science, or if they are struggling with the science theory, you can ask them freely join for these classes. Neither. Then they can improve their knowledge as well. Right. Now we will move on to the nitrogen. So usually we know about the nitrogen. It is triple bonded structure. So nitrogen. Okay. There is triple bond, and we should carefully look at each nitrogen should have 5 electrons. May nitrogen the 5 electron complete. So on 1, 2, 3 may bonds only. Then we should put here 2. Okay. So I will teach those simple theories. Simple theories for fixed here. I will teach them. Okay. Right. So may nitrogen 5 complete. 1, 2, 3 and then 3 electron in nitrogen. So another 2 electrons here. So this completed structure is like this. Okay, right. Now, if you are correctly marked, draw these 2 structure, Lewis structure here. You can score 2 marks. Okay, then score 2 marks here. Now the figure indicates the they are given some figure indicate the representation of the dot and process structure of the molecule are formed by nitrogen, hydrogen, chlorine. Right. Write the dot line through symbol of the element represent the X, Y, Z. මෙතන මෙයාලා දීලා තියෙන nitrogen, hydrogen, chlorine. Okay. එකක් nitrogen, අනිත් එක hydrogen, අනිත් එක chlorine, but they are represented by the X, Y, Z. So, then බලන්නකො මේ. Right. Now you can easily identify whatever the things I told earlier. Right. Now, look at about this Y. Okay. May Y. Y වල තියෙන්නේ cross දාලානේ cross. So, think about this cross. How many cross is here? බලන්න මේ 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. එහෙනම් මේ Y වලටම තියෙන ඉලෙක්ට්‍රෝන ටික Y ගෙම electrons only belong to Y electron ටික තමයි cross වලින් තියෙන්නේ. එතන how many Y electrons? මේ Y වලට තියෙන electrons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 electron තියාගන්නේ fifth group එකේ කෙනෙක්. එහෙනම් fifth group element එකක් නම් Y definitely should be nitrogen. Okay, right. Then think about this ether. Ether, එයාට තියෙනවා එයාගේම electron, they represent the with the dot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 තියෙනවා කියන්නේ 7 group එකේ කෙනෙක් definitely ether should be chlorine. So මෙතන X එයාටම තියෙන electron එක dot, මෙතන X එයාටම තියෙන electron එක dot. So this single dot එකක් නම් එයා first group එක element එකක්. So definitely it is hydrogen. So this is the easy way to identify. So you should carefully look their own electron, not the shared කරපේවත් එක්ක, but their own. මේ Y වලම electron එක විතරක්, not the pair. Okay. මෙතන මේ dot එකයි cross එකයි pair එකම ගන්නෙ නෑ. එයාගෙම Y ගෙම. So his own electrons we will take, then we will count. So it will be represent the group. Then according to the group, can find out the molecule element. Right. Now here we can represent. So Z is chlorine. Then Y is nitrogen. X is hydrogen. Okay. So you can mark these answers. Okay. Then yeah, each one you can get 1 mark. So here totally you can get 3 marks. Okay. Then they are given the another question. If you have any doubt, you can put into the chat box. I will see the chat box and I will answer your questions. Okay, right. In the chlorine, there exist 2 isotopes. All right, there are given 2 isotopes. You can see chlorine 70 and 35, 35, 70, 35, 70, and here chlorine 37, 70, 37, 70. Now you can identify what is the difference here. So this is what atomic number. Atomic number is equal. Atomic number is equal both one. Equal, but the thing is different mass number. Mass number is different. So what is this? We call as a isotope. So, chlorine, same molecule, same element, but different mass number, but the same atomic number. Okay, so in the isotope, which subunit, subatomic particle differ in the number? Yeah. Atomic number can represent the protons. Atomic number can represent the proton. Proton change එකක් නැහැ. මෙතන atomic number එකෙන් මම ගන්න පුළුවන් number of the electron. එහෙනම් ඒක change වෙන්නේ නැහැ. So එහෙනම් what are the subatomic particles differ? Definitely subatomic particles differ here. Neutrons. So number of the neutrons are differ in the isotope. So මෙතන මෙයාගේ තියෙන chlorine ගේ මෙතන තියෙන අපිට හොයන්න පුළුවන් how many neutrons are here. So you can take 35 minus 70. 35 minus 70 ගත්තම මෙතන එනවා 18 නේද? So that is the number of neutron. එහෙනම් මෙතන බලන්න පුළුවන් how 37. එහෙනම් 37 minus 70. So it will be give around 20. So you can tell different neutrons. Number of the neutrons are different here, right? Okay. So answer for the question A is neutron. So how many type of the chlorine molecule differ? Uh, They're asking how many type of the chlorine molecule with the different masses exist in the naturally occurring chlorine. Natural chlorine වල කීයක් ඔය වගේ දකින්න පුළුවන් the different masses තියෙන. එහෙනම් we have three types. Okay, I will show you what are the types. Three types. So you can score the marks here. So for the A part, 1 mark, and B part 1 mark. So here totally 1 and here 1 mark. Okay. So you can put the marks as well. Then I will show what are the isotopes of chlorine. Right. We will go to the Google or we can go to the ChatGPT. We use ChatGPT is a very artificial intelligence. Okay. Use this thing. Okay. Right. Now I will ask from this ChatGPT. What are the chlorine isotopes in nature? Right. So, right. Maybe may have been around 10, right? But usually we have 3. Okay. But ඒක තමයි තියෙන ප්‍රශ්නේ. මොකද වෙන්නේ? මෙයාලා සම්බරක් වෙනවද? වරන්දනවා. Okay. Right. So chlorine 35 එකක් දුන්නා 35 එක කියනවා 37 එක කියනවා. මෙතන කරලා තියෙන how many types of chlorine molecule with the different masses exist in the naturally occurring chlorine. එතන තව එකක් තියෙනවා තමයි 35 37 එහෙම එකක් තියෙනවා. So you don't need to know about those things, but you should know about the 3 types. Okay, right. I will move on to the next part. This is the last part, I think. Okay. And that's good. Okay. Right, it's a little bit practical thing, isn't it? X and Y are two metals, okay? X and Y metals. They are noted with standard symbols. Standard symbols mean DNA. Observation made during the reaction involving the metal X summarized below. Metal X වලට වෙන කතන්දරය මෙතන කියලා තියෙනවා. All right. Okay. Let's look at this one. So X, hydrochloric acid. Right. That's the thing is they are telling X plus HCl. Right. X plus HCl. What will be happen here? They are form a P solution. Okay. Solution P. Right. Now we don't know what's this X. Then Q colorless gas. Okay. They are forming the Q solution and they are forming the Q colorless gas. Then next step, potassium ferricyanide solution. Potassium ferricyanide solution, they form blue color solution. Right. Then again, another one, X plus copper sulfate here. X plus copper sulfate solution. X plus copper sulfate. They form the R solution and Y brown solid. Okay, Y reddish brown solid. Then you are going to put the potassium ferricyanide again into the R solution. It also gives the what the one they are giving to the here blue color solution. So what is this potassium ferricyanide? Again identify what iron. You should know that. Then only you can find out this thing. So before blue color solution done, whatever the things prepare, form the blue color solution with the potassium ferricyanide, definitely it should have Fe2 plus. Okay, so Fe2 plus should be here. Okay, right. Now you should think how this Fe2 plus coming here. So definitely this is should be ferrous. Then is formed with the HCl. Then it will be formed FeCl2 and H2 gas. So definitely this colorless gas should be H2. The colorless gas should be H2. So in the P solution, Fe2 plus, that means the P solution, if it is FeCl2. Then we talk about this copper and ferrous things. Ferrous and copper sulfate. So it will be formed ferrous sulfate here. Ferrous sulfate here. So it also have Fe2 plus here. Then at that Fe2 plus, again with the potassium ferricyanide, it will be formed the blue color solution. So this theory point you should understand and you should memorize. Otherwise, there is no shortcut way to put these things into your brain. Okay. So definite thing is ferrous form Fe2 plus, then it will be formed potassium ferricyanide with the potassium ferricyanide blue color solution. Right now, we can identify all the things. So what is here? They are asking about the potassium ferricyanide. Ferrous plus copper sulfate. I told me it formed copper, okay, and FeSO4, right? So what is this white, brown, reddish brown solid? That is definitely copper, okay. Right. Now you got the old idea. So here single displacement reaction. I will write down again here. Ferrous plus copper sulfate, copper replace and ferrous going to combine with the sulfate. So it is single displacement reaction. Now we can identify the chemical formulas. Okay, what is the X? X is iron. Yes, definitely X is iron. Then Y is, yes, Y is copper. Either. So Q is hydrogen. Here ferrous, H2 or copper. You can write down the name as well, but marks given to both. Okay, so each part you can get 1 mark, so completely here 3 marks. Okay, right. How do you identify the gas Q experimentally? How you can identify these hydrogen gases? You have to take the fire lighter splint එක නේද? Splint එකක් ගේනවා මෙන්න මේ hydrogen gas එක ළඟට. So you take some lighter splint එකක් ගේනවා මෙයා ළඟට. So what will happen here? It will be create what sort of sound? මොන වගේ sound එකක්ද දෙන්නේ?
Pop sound.
Yes, pop sound. So we can write down the with our own words. You have to tell here. Introduce a lighter splint in near to the H2 gas or Q gas. Then it will be create a pop sound that will be help to identify the hydrogen gas. Okay, or Q gas. Right. So so if you write down the correct answer, you can get how many marks here? 1 mark. Okay, right. Then we have to cut down here some words, right? Then here two spaces they are given, right? In sentences given the underline appropriate word printed and bold face, but underline appropriate word. Okay. In simple cell constructed using the two metal X and Y. Cell එකක් හදනවලුනේ X and Y දාලා, right? I will draw the image. Cell එකක් හදනවා. So one is ferrous, another one is the copper. මේ දෙක දාලා මෙහෙම cell එකක් හදනවා. Right. So there should be the liquid part. Liquid part here. Now they're asking what is should be here anode and what is should be cathode. So which one is the anode, which one is the cathode? So for that you should know what is you should know the um the word application name. The English term මොකක්ද කියන්නේ අපි ඔකට potassium sodium ඊට පස්සේ කොහොම යන්නේ මොකක්ද
ඇක්ටිවිටි සීරීස් එකද? ඇක්ටිවිටි සීරීස් එකද?
හරි යා activity series එක right සක්‍රිය ශ්‍රේණිය කියන්නේ activity series එක නේද so ඒකේ order එකේ ferrous and copper where are they located so you should find out where are the copper located where are the ferrous located who is the highest one who is the lowest one activity series again okay so I will show the activity series in your textbooks බලමු textbook එකේ තියෙනවා activity series එක ඔයාලගේ textbook එකේ electrochemical part එකේ තියෙනවා so go and see that with me I will show anything සක්‍රිය දර්ශනයේ activity series තමයි thank you for that one okay
So changes in matter එකේ තියෙනවා.
changes in matter එකේ මට හොයාගන්න බෑ මේ වෙලාවේ okay ඉතින් Methane right ready methane so make a balance identify the ferrous and copper where they are located ferrous is the highest one copper is the lowest one so what is the theory behind this I will teach here okay so whatever the element is highest one it will be act as a anode it will be act as a anode okay so it will be do the oxidation reaction what is reaction it will be go for the oxidation reaction okay whatever the element the next one we compare two elements so one is the ferrous one is copper our cell is created by the using ferrous and the copper then you will see the copper what is that copper that is the one lowest one so it will be act as a cathode and it will be go for the reduction reaction okay reduction reaction so anode is going to do the oxidation reaction cathode is going to do a reduction reaction so how we can identify the anode it will be the highest element in the compared to the two it is the highest one in the activity series then copper is the or cathode is the element is very low in the activity series compared to the two okay so enough ferrous is here anode or ferrous එක අපි identify කරේ x කියලා මේකේ cathode නේ copper එක අපි identify කරේ y කියලා නේද this is y this is x so here x is the anode y is the cathode okay right this is the things which we should know about our question okay right I'll take this one activity series so put into the question area okay so methane activity series එකෙන් නම් අපි අදට ආයෙත් මම අඳින්නම් අර this is ferrous okay this is ferrous or we can tell this is the x and this is copper or we can tell this is the y then this is the form cell. Okay, this is the cell. Okay, now you can identify copper is the one. Yes, copper is the one. Cathode and O FP or X is the anode. Right. I think you got this idea. Now we move on to the question. Okay. So right. Now we have to cut down, or we have to underline the correct one. X, Y. In the metal, two metal X and Y. X is the anode or cathode. Now we just now we
Anode.
talk. Yeah, anode. Very good. This is anode. It's anode. All right. Okay. Now, then electric current or electron flow from the X to Y. So, may X to Y, then may X, may Y. මේ දෙන්න අපිට මොනවද මේ flow එකක් හැදෙන්නේ? Electric current flow එකක්ද electron flow එකක්ද? So here what will happen? Yes, electron flow. How it happen? Ferrous is here. The ferrous is going to oxidate Fe2 plus and release two electrons. Okay, so that two electrons will be transmitted to copper. So that two electrons are transmitted to copper. Then copper what will be happen? Copper will take that electrons. Okay, right. Now you can identify what are the factors here transmit the flow. The flow is electron flow. Right? Okay. So you can underline the anode here and you can underline the electrons here. Right? Okay. So that's the previous paper remaining parts. I think you all got those things. Now it's time to finish today's class. Okay. Now this message is for you all to bring to your best friends. Nether. Tell them about these classes. Nether. Then we can join them with our classes and we can teach them as well. So it will be nether help or not. You can whatever the sources you are using. If you are using YouTube to see this video, put in the comment box. Is this discussion is useful or not? Or if you are using Zoom classes, you're already in the WhatsApp group. So put it your feedbacks whether this method is okay or not, or this session useful or not. Those two things you can put. Okay, right. Or whatever the suggestion you can put here. Right. Okay. We'll see in the next class. Most probably I will be meet you again in this week. It will be Friday or Tuesday. I don't know about my schedule. I will see my schedule and I will tell. So if you see this video on the YouTube, you can subscribe the channel. Then if I start the live session, you can get the notification as soon as possible. Okay. Okay, guys. See you. Bye. And take care of yourself and study hard. Okay. Work hard, smart work. Okay. Smart work, hard work. Both you can choose. Okay. See you. Bye. Thank you for your time.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir. Good night.
Good night.